Hello, am I audible? Ravi sir?
Yeah, you are audible. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Good morning, all of you. Welcome everyone for our 5 days faculty development program on recent trends and development in the field of civil engineering. Today's our topic of the presentation is new technologies in road safety. For this session, we have the privilege to have Dr. Srinivas Arkatkar sir. I welcome our respected expert on behalf of Tapi Diploma Engineering College, Surat. Sir is currently working as an associate professor in the civil engineering department, SVNIT Surat. Recently, he is appointed as adjunct professor at the Department of Civil Engineering, Ryerson University, Ontario, Canada. Prior to joining SVNIT Surat, Sir has worked in the Department of Civil Engineering at BITS Pilani, Rajasthan. Presently, Sir holds more than 15 years of experience in teaching, research and consultancy with a specialization in different areas of transportation engineering. Before joining BITS, he pursued his PhD research in the Transportation Engineering Division, IIT Madras. Sir obtained his undergraduate degree in the area of civil engineering in the year 1999 and postgraduate degree in the area of urban planning in the year 2001 from Visvesvaraya National Institute of Technology, Nagpur, India. 7 of his papers have received the Best Paper Award, including an award for excellence in research in the area of traffic engineering. Sir is currently a member of the Indian Road Congress Institute of Urban Transport and Transportation Research Group of India. Presently, Sir is serving as Executive Secretary, Transportation Research Group India, TRG. He is also a member of the State Technical Agency. Sir has supervised 7 doctoral students and more than 40 master's students on their dissertation topics. Currently, Sir is guiding 8 doctoral students on different topics of traffic and transportation engineering. Now I request to all the participants to keep your mic and camera off during the session. If you have any questions, please type into the chat box. Now, without taking much of your time, I would like to give my warm welcome to Dr. S.S. Arkatkar sir, and I request sir to carry on with the session. Thank you. Hello. Sir.
Well, thank you so much, Professor Jariwala, for your kind words. I hope that I am audible to all of you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are perfectly audible.
Okay, sir, Professor Jariwala, thank you so much for this opportunity.
Hello,
for this opportunity to interact with the participants and also the institute, Tapi Diploma Engineering College. I really appreciate your efforts and the zeal to conduct this FDP, that is Faculty Development Program. And I'm extremely delighted to see that you are trying to spread the awareness and importance of this particular event, particularly the event related to the advancements advancements and role of technology in the field of civil engineering. So let me share my presentation, and is that okay?
Sir, it's not visible.
Yeah, it will be visible. I have not shared yet.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah. Now is it okay now?
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Okay. Sir. Okay, now my presentation is also visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, you are able to see the transition of my slides?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, definitely. Hello, sir. Hello.
Management.
Hello.
Yeah, are you able to hear me? No.
No, sir. Your voice is continuously breaking, sir.
Okay, let me transfer it to my.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, now I should be audible.
Yes, sir. You are audible. But your screen is not, sir, visible. Please stop.
Is visible now? No.
No, sir.
Yeah, is it visible now, ma'am?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yeah. Is it okay now?
No, sir. Still screen is not, sir, visible. You have shared anything, sir? Yes, sir. Now. Okay, sir. Now it's visible.
Yeah. No. Okay, fine. So let's go ahead now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I was telling that I'm thankful to the organizers and particularly Professor Jariwala for giving this opportunity to discuss okay, on a very important theme, that is new technologies in road safety. And this is particularly very important because it deals with ITS and its applications in road safety enhancement and traffic management, right? So my point is ITS is also popularly known as intelligent transportation systems, right? I will be giving you the glimpses of okay, some of the work which we have done in the city of Surat and also some of the other cities in India. And I'm sure that okay, you will get some good insights, and you will be able to find out some interesting aspects which can enhance road safety, but provided we have to imbibe these new technologies, try to understand what exactly are these new technologies, where which kind of technology will be helpful to implement, and what kind of benefits we can realize if we implement those kind of technologies, particularly in the sector of traffic and transportation engineering, which also covers the area of road safety. I think the motivation for this particular work is as follows. You can imagine that in the year 2013, okay, World Health Organization, WHO, everybody must be knowing what is WHO. WHO has given the fatalities or mortality rated, traffic rated mortalities statistics, and in that, in 2013, okay, in 2013, the mortality rate due to traffic crash was 22.6 deaths per 1 lakh population. And now in 2018, it is 31 deaths per 1 lakh population. But of course, the latest statistics after COVID 2019 is not available. But of course, there will be some decline in that, although that decline is not due to really okay the any measures, but of course it is due to COVID 2019 because traffic itself was not lying on road. So, but then the kind of rate which we have, 31 deaths per 1 lakh population, okay, that is one of the highest in among the different countries in the world. And naturally, what we have to okay do, everybody knows it very well, but how to do that, that is where we have to focus and try to do something how we can have those kind of things. So let me give you some good initiatives which are given by Government of India, Government of Gujarat, even Surat Municipal Corporation, right? Okay, even Surat Urban Development Authority, and so on. And it's a good opportunity for all of us, including our institute, okay, who can be a nodal agency for collection of this crash mortality data. And institutions like the engineering college or maybe any other institute or college can help us in collecting this data, and you can be connected with us. So we are trying to make some kind of mechanism, and in case of any help and support which requires from your side to our institute, then certainly I will contact Professor Jariwala, because we need to really collect this kind of crash data, not only from the police station, but also we should actually adopt some of the sites and some of the roads where continuously there should be some good speed studies, there should be some driver compliance based studies and so on. So if we divide the work among the academic institutions and also some of the industries, then I think it can bring in a lot of momentum, right? So this is already very well developed and very well implemented model in different Southeast countries, but also developed countries like US and Europe and Canada and all other things. So this also should get recognized in our country, and hence Municipal Corporation and Department of Police or the Traffic Commissioner of Surat City, all of us, we are working together to collect this particular crash data and try to see that how exactly we can deal with this. Can we check the patterns of the crashes or accidents? Sabhi ko pata hai accidents. Word accident is not correct. It is only from insurance point of view, but actual word is crash, because these crashes are actually these are like man-made crashes. They are not a sudden kind of accident. So we say that it's a crash data and on which we should work. So if you try to see the statistics, why it is so important to adopt to this particular technology, these are the motivating factors or inspiring factors that we should keep in mind. You can imagine that share of different vehicle types. So you can imagine in your institute when different students they arrive at institute, both for diploma and degree, you will find most of them they have two-wheelers, and on that particular road I have seen, that is a Varacha road, right? So there are more than 60% of there are more than 60% two-wheelers are there among the different types of vehicles, and two-wheelers are one of the most important or one of the most vulnerable. It is important, but it is also most vulnerable roadway vehicle category, which is always involved in number of crashes because of its errant behavior and the driver characteristics. Then also auto rickshaw, then car, and then busing, pedestrians. So you can imagine others means pedestrian, animal, those who are having some kind of crashes, they are also a significant percentage. Apart from that, pedestrian crashes have increased from previous year to this year by almost %. And also similarly, there is by 10% in the crashes related to. So for each and every vehicle category, we need some kind of technology to monitor its performance and see that how exactly they can be advised, or how exactly they can their errant behavior can be curbed, or it can be governed, or it can be controlled basically. So the point here is you can see even the age of driver. This is a kind of normal distribution which we get a bell shape, right? Here you can see the age groups between 25 to 35 years of age and 35 to 45. Both of these they are, and then also 18 to 25. So these three are the major chunk of the driver population who are always involved in this kind of fatal crash, because they are the drivers, they are the users, and they are the drivers who are using their vehicles, and their behavior, or maybe some other driver behavior, due to him or her, there could be a fatal crash. So one has to be very, very careful. Although you do a very sound engineering design, geometric design, in our on our roads, or in Surat city or South Gujarat or any other district, but still, if drivers are not able to be they are not able to control themselves, and if we are not able to have some strong enforcement, then it will never work. So that's why we always say that technology is one solution which can actually give us a lot of leverage in terms of giving some opportunity. It's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity that we can do so well with respect to that, right? So we have so many CCTV cameras, right? So many CCTV cameras. Anybody can tell me what is CCTV full form? What do you mean by CCTV? Can anybody tell me CCTV? What is the abbreviation of abbreviation CCTV means? It is a closed circuit television, right? We have thousands of cameras which are there in Surat, and Department of Police actually looking after these cameras. And when we asked the commissioner okay, as well as the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Shumbe. Okay, he's our DCP, and he told that we are not doing anything with this data set. Then we asked that if you can provide this data set, then our students can do something. And we can also try to see that how some of the enforcement related issues can be handled using technology. So my point is, please, we will definitely talk. Every speaker will talk that we have to do this, we have to do that. But ultimately, when it comes to a field and when actual contribution is required in field, at that time, if we are not able to transfer that technology in actual ground, then it is of no use, right? We say that there are so many vulnerable road users. Vulnerable road users means those vehicles and drivers who are having maximum probability that they will meet with a crash, right? Because of their behavior, because of their aggressiveness. So these kind of things, okay, we should bring in, and we should try to control. And our CCTV cameras, we can take care of that. Okay, then let me give you some good examples, okay, of what exactly is supposed to be done in order to enhance safety, improve safety in different places at India. Particularly, maybe we can have our focus in Surat, because all of us, we are from Surat. We are hailing from Surat, so we should do something about city. Recently, we have been also, Surat city was also awarded as the smartest city of India. And you can imagine that it is just because of the proactiveness and very strong collaboration of Surat Municipal Corporation institutions, okay, and particularly we have a very Surat Municipal Corporation, and we work a lot of things to present it in the best possible way. So to my honesty, now there are different okay, there are different GIS maps. I'm sure yesterday Professor Agnihotri would have given you some glimpses of views of remote sensing and GIS, right? And also some more faculties, my colleagues from Department of Civil Engineering, they will also give you. So from the transportation of view, we know that, okay, a crash is taken place at a given location. We should have lat and long of this data, of this crash data. Let us say there is a crash which has occurred at Atwa Junction, right? Due to higher speed or due to any other, okay, problem. So immediately there will be police panchanama if there is a fatal crash, and if there is a major crash. Of course, if there is a minor injury, then that will be suppressed, because that will be not reported to Department of Police, right? So if police panchanama is there, then definitely police will go at that site location, will do a survey, and some team should assist. So we are looking forward to get some volunteers from different institutes who can actually coordinate this, and they can arrive at site, and if they can hire some people, okay, for this.
Hello, sir.
These are the GIS okay, maps, and the leftmost on which my cursor is there. Let me also put a laser here. This is the 2017-18. Then this is 2016-17, and this is 2018, and this is 2015-16. So this is 2018 up to, maybe we can say, up to October or so. After that also we have plotted. So my point is how crashes are actually reducing or increasing, okay, over the time period when we get lat and long of every crash location. It's and it's data that how many, which kind of vehicle category is involved at what time of the day this was occurred. Maybe it is daytime, night time. What are other characteristics? All those things, if we try to put it into, okay, this map, then we can imagine that, okay, we can get the corridors on which we are supposed to do something. You can see that I think Tapi College of Tapi Polytechnic and Engineering College will be somewhere here, right? I'm sure it will be somewhere here, and then you can see that this throughout road, it is full of crashes, and it is very well reflected into this, and still it is continuing, okay. Particularly crash may be related to pedestrian and vehicle crash, two-wheeler and okay, car, maybe car, and even trucks and heavy vehicles, because even that road is very very prominently used by our heavy vehicles, particularly, okay, after 9 p.m. and all. So there could be even the crashes on night time. So it's very important that, okay, over the time period, we should try to analyze that whether the crashes which are happening on these roads, they are increasing or decreasing. What is the pattern? What are the types of this crash? Okay, fatal crash is extremely harmful, and it is highly uneconomic if you allow this kind of fatal crashes, because every fatal crash cost us, okay, close to, if not at least 91 lakh 90 lakhs on an average. Every fatal crash will cost us 91 lakhs. Okay, that is the cost of one fatal crash on an average. So if there are let us say if there are 200 fatal crashes in Surat city, so 200 into 200 into, let us say, up to one, if we say on an average 90 crore, so कम से कम 180 crore का हमें नुकसान हो रहा है per annum. अगर if we are able to save 10 crashes, we are able to save 10 crores, ऐसा आप बोल सकते हो. It is directly financial analysis which I can tell you in front of you. So मेरे कहने का मतलब ये है कि this kind of data is now available in different, okay, department of police, and it is further required to do something about it with more on-site crash investigation, plotting a condition diagram, collision diagram, ये सब करना होगा. उसके बाद हम कुछ आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. Right. So अभी what are the reasons for that? Okay, definitely driver error, human factors, risky behaviors. There are also roadway factors. There are also vehicle failures. There are also traffic related conditions. Okay, so you can imagine that all these factors, they are not independent of each other. They are dependent on each other, and hence these Venn diagrams, they are overlapping over each other. And it is so important that, okay, we try to apply our all 5 E's here, right from engineering, education, enforcement, right, emergency, and also the ethics, right. All these 5 E's, if we are able to apply and also give some technological advancement, then we can certainly solve this particular problem. Right. Now, what are the factors? I just told you, okay, this is a kind of roadway. Can anybody tell me which road is this? I'm sure you would have traveled on this road. Yes, Ravi Patel, can you tell me which road is this? Can you imagine? Somebody from the participant side, which is this road? Can you tell me? कोई बता सकता है कोई कौन सा रोड है ये? This is one of the best roads in Western India, which lies between Pune and Mumbai. Now I have given you hint also. Are you able to hear me, all of you?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, yeah. So can you tell me what is this road? Which is this road? It's a Pune-Mumbai Expressway road. Okay, it's a Pune-Mumbai Expressway road. You can imagine that at this particular location, this is Lonavala. You can get the
Hello, sir. Sir, your voice is not coming. Sir. Hello.
yeah, it's fine. Yeah, now it's okay.
Yes, sir. Now it's
Actually, I don't know, automatically things are happening, Professor Chariwala.
okay. Yes, sir. No issue. No issue.
Yeah, fine. So my point is, we can have this kind of road, and then if we can have our camera, okay, and if we can get this footage, then we can apply image processing. I will tell you how it can be applied. Then this is
Sir,
the
your PPT is not visible. It is stopped now.
Yeah, is that okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the point is characteristics like traffic volume, condition, interaction within the vehicles, okay, even the driver behavior, trip characteristics, all these things can be known actually. Okay, these are the design features of vehicle. You know nowadays anti-airbags are there. Then there is a no front crumple zone. So these are different kind of things which are there. I will tell you in all these things in a while. We also have road traffic signs, okay, but these are very conventional, and they will be not that effective when it comes to send some kind of advanced message in real time, and hence we should also look for some variable message signs. Okay, so these are some of the issues in our country and in our region, and we should be able to solve that. Apart from that, you can see there are some of the unfortunate things which are happening, which may distract the driving behavior, and when these kind of hoardings are there, then it is always distraction. Okay, and hence there are very strong notifications from okay, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, that there cannot be any temporary kind of these arrangements by the side of that road within 500 meters of buffer zone, and this is taken very seriously. But still, okay, any policy which is intervened or devised at national level, it takes some time to implement, but I'm sure that very soon, okay, we can expect there will be some good results. Yeah, so the so which are the areas in which we should be able to now modify our practices, and we have to, okay, do our research and apply our mind that how we can really, okay, how we can really change the whole scenario. So policy framework for efficient road safety, we have to do that, for which we need data, because without that data is not possible. Which kind of data we need? We need traffic movement, we need number of vehicles, we need what are our assets, what are their surface characteristics, how they are maintained. Then we need I can say what different kind of equipments, different kind of technologies to monitor these things, because there should be automation. Nobody can do this manually, right? So if you don't do this, then it will be extremely difficult to do that. And of course, vehicle safety is a ball game of automobile industry. I think they are doing extremely well. I will give you some very good examples. Then road infrastructure and safety. So our infrastructure like road and vehicles, they should be connected, and we should be able to pass some real-time message, so that, okay, we can improve the behavior, as well as the road safety scenario could be much better now. Enforcement related road safety policies, this is also very important, right? Like already we have e-challan system. So if you are overspeeding at certain locations, there are cameras, and then it will capture the license plate, and then directly you get okay, challan at your system, right? You also get a SMS. But there are some flaws in the technology right now, and Department of Police is trying to figure out, okay, with the help of students and maybe other competitions. So there is enough scope that we can do all this. Okay, we can improve these practices and make them more robust, and it may be a best suited experience for the city dwellers and all kind of technologies, techno savvy people, and we can imbibe these kind of technologies. We should be able to tackle the no-wise drivers higher risk, then how to control this risk behavior. Department of Police role is very important in this case, because enforcement has to be there, but everything cannot be done manually. Even Department of Police also needs some technology. Without that, it is not possible, right? Then Indian Road Safety Champion is there. Okay, these are NGOs and other organizations. Even SMC arrange these kind of events, and they try to spread the awareness of all these things. Then once the crash takes place, there could be post-accident care. So let us say if a crash takes place, okay, on the outskirts of city, okay, there could be some app through which the message could be given. So if nowadays even Supreme Court has allowed, High Court has also allowed that if you try to save the person, you need not go to police station, and you can definitely, okay, help that person and then try to save his life, by which we are saving, okay, after every person, after every victim, we are able to save countries 90 lakhs to 1 crore of rupees. So it is so important. And I think this is better dealt by our medical people and okay, emergency trauma care center. They can also imbibe some good technological solutions here. Of course, we can also track these vehicles, and we can give them the right of way during real-time traffic movement as early as possible. बट ये सब चीजें फॉर डूइंग ऑल दिस थिंग्स, सभी चीज करने के लिए हमें क्या चाहिए? वी नीड ओनली वन एस्पेक्ट एंड दैट इज डेटा, डेटा एंड डेटा. More data collection and analysis and its reliability and accuracy is the most important thing which we have to adopt in our actual solution. Without that, it will be difficult to go ahead. Now, let me give very good examples. Here you can see that what do you mean by safe vehicles? What do you mean by safe vehicles? There are airbags, there are speed alerts, there are parking sensors, there are advanced seat belt reminders, there are alcohol interlocks, there are intelligent speed assistance, there is a electronic stability and control. These are all from automobile industry. Okay, now आप imagine कर सकते हो, I think some of you might be looking, okay, or you might have also done some survey when you had when you had a survey and then when you purchased your new vehicle. So let us say if some of you and your friends want to do some market survey, particularly to buy a new SUV, I'm sure that you will look after all these kind of criteria, because this is so important nowadays that that the vehicle movement has to be safe, and there are ample of factors which are taken into consideration for the safety of vehicles. अभी जैसे एयरबैग्स जो है वो कंपलसरी कर दिया है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट एंड हाईवेज. They have made it compulsory that now onwards all automobile manufacturers, they have to put minimum 2 airbags in a car, and okay, after that only it is sellable, and then after that only it can be basically, okay, it can be sold and it can be used by user. So this is something like a policy intervention, but we have to look at its penetration, we have to look at its cost effectiveness and affordability, because these are also very important issues. Apart from that, let us say you can take an example of automatic vehicles like Creta and then Kia, okay, maybe even Seltos, where there could be speed alerts. You can basically adjust the cruising speed, and when you go beyond that speed, then definitely there will be speed alert that you are driving very fast, right? So these kind of things are going to be very important. They will alert drivers and they will try to change the behavior, and this may be also getting monitored by our CCTV cameras, by real-time systems. I will show you what are the steps which are required for that. Apart from that, of course, parking sensors is very, very common now. Many of you might be also having in your system, in your car, and we take we try to really take the advantage of that. And it is worth studying that after having these kind of parking sensors, do we have really changed the parking habits, how optimally we are able to use a particular space of parking? Because if it is not effective, then still there is no impact of this parking sensor. That is what we have to say. And hence we need to educate to the user that how exactly, okay, it could be parked. And our RTO also has become very strict in terms of giving licenses. So you can imagine that all these things are so important here. Apart from that, of course, advanced seat belt reminders, alcohol intakes, okay, interlocks. This is also very important, which is there in developed countries, that a driver's seat comes with a kind of, okay, sensor and arrangement which will actually test the blood alcohol contents. And if it is higher than the threshold, then only, okay, then it will not allow. So that vehicle itself will not start. So you have to bring in person who can drive, who is having blood alcohol contents less than that particular threshold value. So these are the kind of initiatives which is going to definitely, okay, change the industry and also the safety scenario, right? Apart from that, you can imagine the expressway, Pune Mumbai expressway, or maybe even Ahmedabad Vadodara expressway. Most of you would have traveled on that. For a very less spacing between two vehicles, the speeds are very high, right? So when it happens to be like that, then you can imagine that there could be there could be very less time to collision, and the speeds are so high that with the kind of speed, reaction time will never be sufficient to control that vehicle, and hence there will be a conflict, and hence there will be a rear end crash. So if these kind of things are there, then we should be able to give some pop-up message inside automobile that you are very near to next car, and if you don't, okay, overspeeding behavior should be avoided. Something, this kind of message should come, and then driver should be able to take some measure, and if he is not doing, then there could be some kind of penalty which already there in place, but we have to see its effectiveness and how exactly we should use it in the as an unnoticeable feature from driver side. Apart from that, of course, pehle to bahut hard tha driving, then there was a power steering, and now instead of power steering, now we have electronic stability control. So पहले एक पूरा दोनों हाथ लगते थे, बाद में बीच में एक हाथ लगता था, बाद में एक उंगली लगती थी, और अभी तो थोड़ा हम और हैंड्स फ्री ड्राइविंग की तरफ जा रहे हैं, राइट? But electronic stability control, it is something which is there to actually improve the experience of driving. But one should not take the undue advantage of that and then unnecessarily drive faster, right? So these are all things which one should keep in mind, that which are the part of industry from automobile, and we need to do a lot of things related to that. Fine. So as a smart automotive system for road safety, we have to deal with these two aspects: crash avoidance system and crash protection system. इसका मतलब ये हुआ, we should try to avoid a crash, and secondly, if crash has happened, then how to protect it. That means how to reduce the severity or risk of that particular crash. Okay. So from that point of view, we can have some good simulator studies. Okay, I will show you some examples of that. There could be some good instrumented car studies in order to note that what are the driving habits and how drivers are interacting with our roads, and how these things can be considered in our design so that we are able to improve the safety experience and safety scenario. There could be also some good crash statistics about which we have already discussed. Then there could be also some good studies on naturalistic driving behavior. Iska matlab ye raha, on a dashboard, okay, on a dashboard of car or maybe truck, we can have some devices which can actually monitor the movement of that truck and car, and also monitors the expression of driver. And even there could be some, there could be some, we can also have some test of that driver, right from its blood pressure and all those medical parameters, body parameters, and we can try to see that how those things changes with respect to the traffic situation, and try to see that what are the aspects from from the human body which are actually contributing towards the crash and the evasive action finally, before which after which there is a crash. And if it is a fatal crash, then at the final end, what was the acceleration and deceleration value which would be very high, and due to which there could be a crash, and that will be fatal crash if they are the vulnerable vehicle categories on the roads. Right. So these 5 E's are important. As I told you: engineering, education, enforcement, emergency, and evaluation. For evaluation, we need a very strong database. Without that data, we cannot do anything, and hence we should try to spend our energy on this particular aspect. Right. Crashes are caused. They are caused. They are man-made. They are not accidental. They are not accidental. They are all man-made. Hence, we should say that they are not accidents, but they are crash. So please try to say that hereafter, that it's not a traffic accident or road accident, it's a road crash or a traffic crash. Please keep in mind. So what kind of infrastructure is required for this? We need to go for arterial management. We need to go for freeway management. Freeway is nothing but expressway, like Pune-Mumbai expressway. Maybe even Ahmedabad-Vadodara expressway. There should be some transit management, right? Arterial management में क्या होता है? अभी आप you can just take the road which is going from railway station towards I can say towards that our Kamraj. Complete road is there. I think it is more than 20-25 kilometers. How many junctions are there? And if the junctions are there, and if at every, let us say 3 kilometers or 5 kilometers, if we can install our sensors, then we can track the movement of vehicles by a timestamp, at each of these location, and we can try to analyze what is the behavior, which vehicle category, or what is the overall stream behavior, and if we have video cameras, then even we can say that which vehicle category, how they are behaving and how they are changing their characteristics or overspeeding, so that we can try to address, or we can try to address these issues in a more specific way. Similarly, there could be freeway management. Freeway management में pavement के अंदर there could be some sensors like inductive loops, over which when the vehicle goes, then it will be counted automatically, and we can get that information. Now you will ask me that there is a mixed traffic condition, so at a time two two-wheelers can go, and at that time it can be measured as one car, right? But on freeway, you can imagine that there are only two vehicle types. One is car and another is truck or heavy vehicle like bus, or maybe light commercial vehicle, right? So there is a reasonable lane discipline, and with this lane discipline, we can count number of vehicles and try to do much better job. Similarly, transit management is there. We have so many routes. Let us say more than 100 routes are there, and we have already smart city center in Surat Municipal Corporation area, where we can see the movement of bus, live movement of bus can be seen, and we can have data like how many number of passengers are actually aboarded, they are alighted and boarded. All these things one can know. We can know the dwell time, we can know the delay, we can know the hotspots where delay is maximum, and try to correlate it with the crashes. We can also get the data that due to BRTS movement at how many locations there was a crash. ये सब data हमें मिल सकता है, and if we can use this data for the selection of technology, then I think it will be a wonderful job, right? Apart from that, you know that travel information, there is an app, there are so many apps. I'm sure that more than 90% or all 100% delegates who are sitting here, they must be using one or the other app, and very smartly we can order, we can very smartly we can do route selection. We will watch one Google Map to travel from one location to other location, how you are changing your choice of route. ये सब चीजें बहुत important है, and how practically they can contribute in terms of traffic management and improve safety is something which is very, very important, and we should try to do something on that. There could be also crash prevention and safety. As I told you, it can be a feature which is inside the car, and through which there could be messages in terms of doing well, and maybe reduce the speed and so on. At tolls already there is a fast tag, and hence now the time for toll correction is reducing, and now significantly the capacity of toll lane is also increasing, and we are getting slightly better level of service as compared to previous one. Similarly, incident management, if there is an incident, one can report it real time, and then we can try to take measures, and we can try to save the life of the victim to whom crash has happened, and we can try to take him or her to a nearby hospital. So all these things can be into an app, and then we can try to do some emergency management. Apart from that, of course, यहाँ पे weather का problem नहीं है, but then in northern states, Jammu and Kashmir, Delhi, we have a problem of fog. So in case of fog, we can have some variable message sign. It's a kind of neon sign which gives you a variable message sign, and through that we can try to manage traffic. So there are so many other applications. Even commercial vehicle operation, that is nothing but an app which is basically operated based on the movement of trucks. When it comes to a border of district, when it comes to a border of city, then there are some protocols which are to be followed. Everything could be based on app. You know that how well it was arranged and managed through app, particularly during the COVID situation. So definitely the same thing can be also a regular feature. COVID has also given us a lot of positive impacts in terms of how to rely on technology and how to take technological advancements ahead, so that we can improve our quality of life. And this is one of the motive of that. Now you can see these are different sensors which can be used in our Surat city, or I can say anywhere else. We have worked on all of this, and we have all of these at our SVNIT Surat. This is a Bluetooth and Wi-Fi sensor. This is a this is a kind of just a Bluetooth sensor. And then these are the CCTV cameras, and they are specialized. Not only CCTV cameras, they are also autoscopes. So they are the cameras which are from Belgium, and these Belgium cameras are going to be placed at various intersections in Surat city soon, which will give you directly classified vehicle count, and through that we can manage our signals in a much better way. This is a automatic number plate recognition system, which actually takes the image of license plate while the vehicle movement is there. So this is what is being used in e-challan system, right? When the speed of the vehicle is very high, at that time you can say that challan can be operated, and it can generate a SMS or any email, and it can reach to a particular user. Right now problem is with RTO. RTO is not able to give us data set, and RTO is not actually updating the Aadhaar card, mobile number and email. So there are also some other problems, right? Of course, those are not our problems. As an engineer, we can provide solution and technology. How to use it, that is always in administrator hand. So we have requested our Commissioner of Traffic Police and Surat Municipal Corporation that the RTO officers also can be given some training, and institutions like us can play a very important role in this case. This is another infrared based sensor called as Turtle. Okay, it's a traffic count, automated traffic count, and based on this, based on the wheel base, that is the distance between two vehicles, it will classify a particular vehicle as two-wheeler, three-wheeler, okay, then heavy vehicle like truck and bus and so on, and based on that you can have a automated automated count of the vehicles traffic. Then this is a VBox. It's a kind of GPS, global positioning system. Okay, it comes with 4 cameras. We can place 2 cameras in front and we can place 2 other cameras in back side, and we can track the movement of vehicles. We can track the how drivers are interacting with road infrastructure, like when they arrive at an intersection or approach road, then how they change their behavior, how they decelerate, how they accelerate. Everything can be recorded here. These are RFID based sensors, and these are the batteries which are required, which can give power to this kind of thing, of course. But we have already a lot of signal poles and a lot of poles where power is already available, and connectivity is also available. So we have to work with electronics engineers. I'm sure that in this particular list of participants, there are also electronics engineers are there. Some faculty from electronics engineering are there. Mechanical electronics are only civil.
Only civil, sir.
Okay. So you can tie up with your electronics engineering friends and even also students and try to motivate them. They can work with you in order to solve this particular problem. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is this. Okay, right now we are working on one of the BRTS corridor, BRTS intersection, in which we have actually sensors which gives us the count at this area and which gives us the count at this area, and based on that automatically we want to go for a traffic management center. Okay, so when we get the real time traffic demand, that demand is actually in real time, it is transferred to a traffic management center which we have now access through Surat Municipal Corporation. We apply our algorithm and then we can send it back what should be the real time green, red time. Okay, so which of the approach roads can get green and which of the approach roads should have red. All those things are there. So we expect that this technology will soon come on road, and we can definitely improve our performance in terms of our signal control. I'm sorry that this is a picture from US where there is a keep right traffic, but we can also give you some pictures from keep right left traffic where it can be handled at a particular given intersection. Okay, so we can also control that there could be a crash when the vehicles and users are going to arrive at a particular intersection, and if they are driving very fast, particularly during Amber time, क्योंकि सबको बहुत जल्दी होती है और during Amber time they want to clear that intersection. So there will be always dilemma whether driver should pass or not pass or clear that intersection. During that also there should be some crashes. Of course, they are very less in number. They are almost close to 3% of the total crashes, but they are significant. So one can also give some kind of real-time messages inside the automobile or maybe some SMS or through app. All these things are possible and it can work out. Apart from that, also this is futuristic. Okay, it will take a lot of time, but there could be also vehicle to vehicle interaction. There could be vehicle to vehicle interaction. अभी थोड़ा difficult है, but we have done our one BTech project where a person sitting here and a person sitting here, okay, they both of them, they have one particular app, and through that app they have created a dashboard on car, and they are actually trying to interact with each other, and then they are trying to give some alerts, and through that they are trying to move ahead in a traffic stream. That is also possible. But this is futuristic, and I think it is not yet implemented anywhere in India. This is electronic payment control. Okay, electronic payment control, and here e-pass. That means when you pass through a particular entry, then this ETC will work. And of course, right now it is working based on the fast track, which will not take much time. It will take something close to like 10 seconds, and so within 10 seconds, if you are able to get it, so almost capacity is going to be something like 360 vehicles per hour. Okay, 360 vehicles per hour, and that is something okay better than what we had previously, something like okay 200 vehicles per hour. So now almost capacity is getting increased by 60% or so by using this FASTag, and it is okay. It is also trying to reduce delays significantly. Once the delays are reduced, then driver behavior also will improve because they will not be more impatient, and then that will also reflect on safety. So this is also very important solution. This is related to road weather information system. See what happens is, particularly when there are hill roads and all, then okay, the visibility in front of driver will be just 20 meters. Okay, just 20 meters. So we should have some kind of database. What is the density of fog? What is the visibility? And based on that, okay, based on that, we should be able to give some real-time traffic management, real-time advanced traffic management systems. Like we can give some SMS or we can give some alerts that the visibility is just 20 meters and you are supposed to drive only at 20 km per hour or so. There could be also variable message sign, that is also called as variable speed limits. कहने का मतलब ये है. So let me give you a very good example of this. Okay, let us say this is a road. I hope that everybody is able to see this particular spot I'm drawing. There is a road and here there was a crash हुआ है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे जब crash हुआ था, यहाँ पे crash हुआ है, and the vehicles are basically okay, they are going to travel like this, and there is a crash. So यहाँ पे crash होने के कारण there will be delay. So let us say on 10 kilometers upstream from this crash, we can say that okay, you reduce your speed. From another 10 kilometers, we can say that you can reduce some speed. Another 10 kilometers, you can say that you can reduce your speed. So if the design speed is something like 80 km per hour, we can say that you make it 50, you make it 30, and you make it 20. And by the time vehicle comes here, it will be 50 and it will be okay. Then by the time these vehicles they are reaching here, this crash or this scene should be cleared. That means unnecessarily vehicles will not have to stop here. This is also possible through technological interventions, but we need a very strong driver compliance and driver or user okay support. Without that, it will be difficult. And since we see all these things in developed countries, that's why they are having successful traffic management system. But this is all possible through technology, actually. Then we can also have a lateral collision avoidance system. So let's see that this is a big vehicle, heavy vehicle. If there is a blind corner which is created here, so कोई small vehicle, two-wheeler यहाँ पे आ गया, and if they are going inside, then when it is in the blind corner, immediately okay, driver will be alerted that there is somebody which is very near to this. So this electronic stability program, anti-lock braking system, adaptive cruise control, all these things are there nowadays only in cars. They are supposed to be there also in heavy vehicles like trucks. But then uska affordability, these are the cost of that equipment or that particular vehicle, it will enhance. Isliye we should have some make in India kind of stuff which will actually reduce the cost. ठीक है, इसीलिए ये SSIP and then this student startups and so on, these things which are given by Government of India, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi, I think that is what is the thought process behind all these things. And if we are able to do something of that kind, it will be really a wonderful okay gesture from our side, particularly from Surtis. I think Surtis are very well known for very okay robust practices. They can be motivated. They are the inspired citizens of this country, and it is a sense of responsibility for all of us that we can try to do something for our city. Okay, so that's why I'm trying to appeal that please try to look at some of the solutions. And it is not only civil engineer, it is also automobile engineer, mechanical engineer, right, and even diploma holders, because everybody has got some unique feature. Nowadays, even diploma students also can have so many opportunities in terms of SSIP, and they can get funding if they're if they want to really launch product, they can get some good mentors. Okay, there is also a very good initiative from Surat Municipal Corporation, right? That is a Atal Incubation Center, AIC, Surat iLab. That is a vision of our ex Deputy Commissioner who is now transferred at Gandhinagar, Mr. Nagarajan. I think you might have heard about him. Okay, he is now a secretary in Ministry of in the Department of Education, and he is doing extraordinarily very well in terms of student startups and so on. So we expect that these kind of solutions we should be able to do that well. Okay. दूसरा, यहाँ पे क्रैश बहुत होता है, ठीक है, वहां पे अलग अलग कैमरा, इतने सारे कैमरा लगाने की जरूरत नहीं है. We can have even these 2-3 cameras, and they should actually focus. They should work on the vehicle movement, and they can make some sound, and so many things could be happen, right? So many things can happen actually if we can do well with respect to that. Okay, so but then there is also a vandalism in our country that okay, these cameras will be disturbed, they will be stolen. So uske liye bhi temporary traffic brigade and no temporary ad hoc staff can be actually can be definitely hired, and they can look after and patrol this particular situation and see that how exactly this control of the vehicle movement can be controlled and it can be more safe. So कहने का मतलब है कि fixed variable message sign and mobile variable message sign. Mobile is okay, more technological advancement, and we can have some good messages. We can also have this kind of speed, that your speed is supposed to be 45 and now it is 44. That means you are a good driver and you are driving within limit. Okay, of course this is MPH. Okay, I will show you some implementation of this in IIT Madras campus by Professor Virlakwan. And apart from that, in work zones also we can have this kind of mobile messages, okay, which can actually improve the driver behavior. And there could be also fixed variable message sign in terms of okay, what can be safe, what can be the speed limits, and in real time we can change the speed limits so that okay, we can try to have some better behavior. Apart from that, we have done a very good experiment. We have Wi-Fi Bluetooth sensors. So these were placed at different locations. I am very happy to tell you that one of the I have 2 engineers. One is Mr. Amiraj, who is also the student of diploma, Tapi Diploma College, and another engineering student, Chintan Advani, who is right now pursuing his PhD from Queensland University of Technology, Brisbane. Both of these are very, very bright students. They have got very good exposure, and now they have started working with us, and I have hired them, and they are working with us since last 2 years. So I'm thankful to Tapi Diploma and Engineering Colleges for giving these kind of students who are now our not permanent employee, but they are our project engineers, those who are working with us. Okay, so you can also interact with them. So Chintan Advani, what he has done is there is a Bluetooth sensor here, Wi-Fi sensor, and there could be also another Wi-Fi Bluetooth sensor. When the vehicle travels at this location and when they travel here, we can get the distance known, because the distance between sensor is known. यहाँ पे क्या time stamp में enter हुआ, यहाँ पे क्या time stamp में exit हुआ, we can calculate the travel time, and we can get it for so many vehicles. We can get it for 365 days. So we can have very reliable data, we can have counts, we can get everything. Now show me any example where we can get this kind of counts. Without technology, it is very difficult. Nobody can go for this kind of manual data collection. So we need technology, and without technology, we cannot handle this. Okay. So 3 kilometer में अगर travel time 2.32 minutes लगता है, that means the speed of this vehicle would have been 71 km per hour. So we can even note that how many drivers are overspeeding and how many drivers are they are within the speed limit. Everything is possible with this. Okay, Wi-Fi actually work based on MAC ID. It's a media access control. It's a 64-digit based some unique ID, and that is a unique ID with respect to every I will say every mobile device or any other device where Wi-Fi and Bluetooth is there. Okay, there are lots of methods available. We can discuss if you have any queries that how it works. Fine. So based on that, we can have almost parallel system to Google Map, and we can create these many sensors, and we can try to do this. Instead of this, we can also use RFID sensors and try to do the travel time studies, and we can do all the jobs. So for this also electronics, computer science, and everybody can work with you. In my group, I work with computer science, electronics, mechanical, civil, everybody, and everybody is doing their job very well. Okay, there on horizontal curves, you can have some ultrasonic sensors, and they can track the vehicle, and we can get the trajectories which can actually be analyzed, that how drivers are performing at particular horizontal curve, and why that particular movement is actually aggressive, or why that particular movement is not safe, and accordingly you can change the surface characteristics in the region by which we can actually make that particular movement safe, right? This is when I visit UNCC in US University. This is a driving simulator. So if you want to have a driver profile, our RTO can go for these kind of stations. It's a 50 lakh worth equipment. You can allow the driver to to virtually travel over a road and check his or her parameters, that whether he is fit for driving license or not. Yes, सब चीजें भी ला सकते हैं, and we can do really well in this regard actually. Then this is what I was trying to tell you. Example, यहाँ पे जो है, this is IIT Madras campus, and he is Professor Veer Raghavan. He has taught me traffic engineering. That's why I always show this photograph. ये है ANPRS system, right? There is a automatic number plate recognition system, and there is also a radar gun which is embedded into this, right? When this is there, then it shows you the speed. So आप कैंपस में जब जा रहे हो तो स्पीड क्या होना चाहिए, 20 किलोमीटर पर या 30 किलोमीटर पर काफी है. So it always shows you that what is your speed, so it will create some awareness in the user, and we can try to do well. Similarly, this is a actual implementation in India. This is one case study from Hyderabad. यहाँ पे this is a minor road which is actually getting it is connected with the main road. So as soon as there is a look detector, as soon as you see that the detector is occupied by this car, this particular light will glow, and it can even make sound. If it makes sound, then certainly it will create a lot of awareness. Of course, in urban area it will not work, but it will definitely work in hill roads where there are very sharp curves, particularly like Saputara and maybe even Jammu and Kashmir, and maybe even northeast. There are so many hill roads. It can work well. This is a motivating slide for most of you. I think this is a challenge. This was a challenge which was solved by SUNIT, that for the moving traffic, can we have can we have our traffic data extractor, and can we get the real-time vehicle movement, right? Now you can imagine here, this is a Pune-Mumbai expressway. We can have automated vehicle count, you can get the speed, we can get density, everything is possible to get, right? This is like an intersection in Mumbai. Using AI and ML, we can get all these counts. We can also get the vehicle movements, and we can do it continuously for a year. Otherwise, it is next to impossible. We cannot do it manually. We agar nahi karenge, so we will never get serious solutions and technology oriented good solutions to deal with this kind of topic. So please be inspired and motivated to take up these studies. Please collaborate with your computer science and electronics engineers who are very good in coding. You can also contact us for some kind of internship, and then we can do well. We are in need of some good volunteers who can help with us, who can work with us, and if we found them good, then we can also hire them on our project actually. Apart from that, speed limit signboards are there, but we don't know how exactly they are used by user. So इसके लिए there can be this kind of 3D goggles. एक ये goggle का cost 35 lakhs है, right? Of course, this cannot be. I know that this is even very difficult for us to buy, but at least RTO, at least some research organizations can actually take up this, and we can have some trial on different drivers, and we can see that when he look at the traffic, what is his vision and how this vision is if this vision is dispersed, that means he is an unstable driver, and if his vision is very straight, then he is a dispersed driver. ये सब सारी चीजें हम स्टडी कर सकते हैं, and what is its impact on safety also can be taken out. This is another equipment which we have, that is called as performance video box. There are two cameras. These are my two students. And this is in front and this is back side, and this is the BRTS corridor in which we are traveling with our car. So while we are traveling with car, there is a car ahead, and it also gives you speed, lateral, acceleration, deceleration, everything we get, right? When we get this, then we will have a good driver profile. ऐसे अगर हमारे पास 3000 ड्राइवर्स का प्रोफाइल अगर आ जाता है, and if we try to correlate it with the driving simulator studies which I have shown you before, then we can classify a driver is a neutral driver, aggressive driver, conservative driver, and it can be very much useful for RTO to improve their practices and the behavior of driver. So we must do something of this kind to improve on all these aspects, right? Apart from that, of course, we can have some good studies at unsignalized intersection. Okay, let me give you some good example. Like these are different unsignalized intersections. So we can have some image processing related stuff, and we can try to analyze how conflicts are happening, and we can analyze who is involved in that, how dangerous are they, at what speed they are happening, and based on that we can decide how to if this central island is there, if we increase the size to this, then how this conflicts can be reduced. ये सब चीजें हम कर सकते हैं. We can bring in those solutions here, right? Apart from that, we can also do this at signalized intersection. Okay, we can track each and every vehicle movement. Now this is our old RTO intersection, right? वो कौन सा होटल है यहाँ पे? कौन सा होटल है? वेरी फेमस गुजराती थाली भूल गया मैं. कौन सा? असूमा है, और दूसरा भी और एक है. क्या नाम है उसका? कंसार. ये इंटरसेक्शन का है, एंड यू कैन सी दैट ऑल व्हीकल्स आर ट्रैक्ड and every point is actually denoted by a position of that vehicle. अभी ये डेटा अगर हमारे पास रियल टाइम में आता है, then we can know that how drivers are behaving, how conflicts are happening within traffic stream. Without computer science and यानी सब लोग अगर काम करेंगे इसके ऊपर तो ही ये possible है. So I want to motivate you guys that please do well and try to see. It's a very interesting field. Okay, yeah, these are the trajectory data, and we can do this kind of analysis. And we can say that these red spots are conflicts or the places of crash. Okay, and we can predict these kind of systems actually. Yeah. Similarly, it is possible with pedestrian and vehicle to pedestrian and vehicle interaction also. It is possible. We can do that. So I'm just trying to wind up because we also have some question answer session. Only if I am talking, it is not good. I should also interact with you. So there are certain advanced concepts, okay, advanced concepts which are there in Sweden. Usme jo hai, they go for divided system, but it is not like 4-lane divided. They go for 2-lane and 1 lane on one side. After some time, this will become 2-lane and that lane will become 1 lane. So usse kya hota hai? Driver will remain alert, and then they are able to maintain concept of 2 plus 1 lane. So this is a very, very famous solution in Europe, and due to that they have made almost accidents close to zero. They have Swedish zero vision. We cannot make it zero, but we can at least minimize the crashes. Agar 180, if 180, 200 fatal crashes are happening in Surat, we should see that how we can save 50 crashes out of that by saving a life. So we can do something of that kind. Okay. Then there could be some good facilities for non-motorized transport, bicycles, and so on. Okay, our BRTS systems is already there. Start using it. Okay, of course, I understand there are problems, but when the network is going to be built, then and then when we have our docking station in terms of our bicycle, right? Public bike sharing is also there, right? Dr. Rajesh Pandya, who is now the advisor of Surat Municipal Corporation and who was deputy commissioner, okay, he has done a lot of work in the area of public transport and also enhancement of this particular public bike sharing. So ye bikes, ye agar bicycles, if we can use it for the last mile connection and the first mile connection, and if we can have some park ride facilities, then we can improve. आप 2010 की अगर आप बात करेंगे तो हमारा पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्टेशन शेयर वाज लेस देन 1%. अभी थोड़ा 2% के पास हम पहुंच रहे हैं. तो धीरे धीरे अगले 10 साल के बाद it should be 10%. See, Surat is going to be the fastest growing city in world. अभी अगर अगले 10 साल में our population will be certainly close to 1.2 crores, Surat region, and it is not going to be simply metro city, it will be a metropolitan region. ठीक है. So अभी diamond का इतना बड़ा project आ रहा है. There are so many things are happening in Surat. So if you don't control this properly, then okay, and then if you don't remain connected to this technology, it will be very difficult. So we should try to define all these things. So okay, that's what I wanted to bring it to your notice. Of course, trauma care center भी हम कर सकते हैं. How we can assign the priority to our ambulance and all. and there can be different apps which can work on this direction actually, right? So finally, to wind up, I want to give you some vision, short term vision, medium term and long term. Short term vision यानी हम आज से from next hour we can start ब्लूटूथ एंड वाईफाई सेंसर का यूज हम शुरू कर सकते हैं. इट इज वेरी वेल प्रूवन दैट okay, they are very effective in terms of traffic management. Loop detectors, we can place it on our expressway, on those roads where there is a costly lane discipline, right? GIS database management system we can start from today itself. Already we have in place, we have to do it. Already we have in buses global positioning system. हम देख सकते हैं कि अगर बस का स्पीड हमें पता चल रहा है तो can we also predict the speed of other vehicles and try to do something about that in terms of advanced information traffic systems. Apart from that, there is a GTFS data, General Transit Fleet Specification. It's a dynamic data. Okay, so based on that, real time bus routes also can be changed. इसमें थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा अभी, इसमें अभी भी लोग काम कर रहे हैं, but yeah, the data is available for us for Surat city also to work upon that. Then there could be e-challan system. अभी e-challan system is in place, but it is not effective because when the driver is near to that camera, they will slow down. Once they cross that, then they will not cross, then they will again overspeed. तो कहने का मतलब हमने अभी डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ पुलिस कमिश्नर को ऐसा बताया है, by some inceptors, I think electronics people also can understand it very well. Some inceptors and the position of inceptor can be changed on daily basis, ठीक है, and make it a random position. तो एक ही यूजर अलग अलग जगह पे अगर ओवरस्पीड कर रहा है और उसको अलग अलग जगह से एसएमएस आ रहे हैं, so then certainly he will have some kind of check and we can have somewhat better mechanism to control this e-challan. Of course, RTO has to be very, very active in this case. Without their support, we cannot implement it, okay, very robustly. Evaluation of technological interventions is important. Implementation of traffic calming measures is important. Traffic calming measure may see these automobile based solutions are there. Then there could be surface treatments, okay, black spot identification, patrolling by traffic police, okay. We can hire some group of people as a traffic police and they can be given some bullets with very good okay management.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello. Sir, you are not audible. Stop taking present.
Yeah. Again, I have to share, I think.
Yes, sir.
No problem. We are almost ending.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you are able to see, right? Yeah, so this is another very important concept, segregation of two-wheeler from high-speed lane. आप वराछा रोड की बात कर रहे हो, टू-व्हीलर कितने हैं? 80% टू-व्हीलर, 80% are two-wheelers, ठीक है? So ये बहुत अभी भी ये बहुत यानी it is a research topic, but हमने इसके ऊपर सिमुलेशन स्टडी किया है. And then we found that capacity of road will also increase and fatal crash also will decrease or conflicts also will decrease. ये हमने प्रूव किया है. This is already implemented in Vietnam. And there are long-term road safety measures, creation of high-speed and low-speed zones. ये बहुत जरूरी है. This is very important for Varacha Road. Okay, the road on which your institute is located. Modification of geometry design guideline. Modeling driving behavior, NDS data set, quantification of social attitude, autonomous vehicles, intelligent vehicle, ये सब आने में थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा. Okay, so that's what my point is. Law enforcement and everything is possible with these 5 E's, and we should try to do well as a engineer and okay, try to work on this technology and try to see that how we can enhance safety. Okay, thank you. I have some questions, please. I'm ready to answer. Yeah, Professor Jariwala, I am available for questions now.
Sir, they are in chat box.
Sir, there are some questions in the
Okay,
chat
can
box
you read?
right now. Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, first question
Can you
is
read out some speech?
yes, definitely. Sir, first question is that why vehicles are manufactured with speed of 180 kilometer per hour or even higher speed?
Yeah, because some of the roads, yeah, your point is well taken. We can have kind of thing, but there is always a pressure from automobile industry, right? Okay, so but yeah, I think government is working on that. Our honorable Minister of Road Transport and Highways is already notified, because he is trying to have one control on speed limits. At once he was having an opinion that why there is a question of why there should be any speed limit. He is trying to basically compare the condition in Germany and India. So there is a lot of difference. There may not be difference from roadway point of view, but there is a lot of difference in driver behavior, right? So I agree with you. I think we can advise them to restrict it to maybe 150 kilometer per hour or so. But I'm sure that this has to do something with power, and automobile engineer can better answer this question in terms of vehicular dynamics, which has to play a very important role in terms of having some speeds up to 180 kilometer. But however, we can definitely restrict it to 120 kilometer per hour. I agree with you. Yeah. Next question.
Yes, sir. Sir, next question. When accidents are more for the young age group people, then what additional stringent rules have been taken for the this age group of people to reduce accidents?
Yeah, I think the system is already in place because RTO, I think there are already heavy penalties are there, right? Plus, if there are three kind of same, okay, they will give some 3 chances. And if your vehicle and if you as a driver, you are booked for 3 times, then there could be also cancellation of your license.
Okay,
right?
sir. Yes. Next question, sir. Any videos are prepared by government about safety and road accidents and distributed to all educational institutes so that awareness can be made in every semester?
Yeah, so but my point is, why to wait for government? We can
Yes.
ourselves we can do. For example, at the end of this program, you all delegates, you can work together and have one very good video. Each and every person from your side, you can talk in that. Okay, and share your experiences on that video and try to create awareness. That is always there.
Yes, sir. Exactly, sir. Sir, last question is that is accidents are more in highways or railways? If it is in highways, why not railways can attract the passengers by reducing the cost and increasing the general compartments?
Yeah, this is a very basic question. As you know, that rail cannot have a door-to-door approach, right? Whereas we are quite habitual for door-to-door movement. Okay,
Yes.
rail cannot come to your place. So naturally, we are bringing now metro in Surat. I'm sure it will affect the safety. But then, in order to reach to a particular metro station, we need to definitely use roads. Without that, it's difficult, right? Yeah, but then it will certainly have some impact in terms of reduction in fatalities. I agree with you. And situation is much better now because just previous year there were, I think, 200 fatal crashes, and previous to that year there were something like 350 crashes. So almost it has reduced by 50% in Surat. Similarly, we can also try to do it at different cities and different districts also. But we have to, the message is we should try to see that how our technology can help us in in making these solutions more attractive, more feasible, more viable, and more accurate and implementable in field. Actually, that's the message I want to pass to this talk. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. There is no more question. So
Okay,
we
let me
conclude our.
yeah, let me also. Yeah, so finally, let me also thank all the organizers that you have given me opportunity to speak to all of you, and I hope that
Yes,
if you have any other question, you can let me know. You can give my mobile number as well as email ID so that they can contact me
Okay, sir.
and we can have interaction in future. I look forward to work with TAPI Diploma as well as TAPI Engineering, and I fully appreciate your efforts in terms of making
Thank you,
this
sir.
okay, spreading this awareness
Thank you.
of technological advancements in the field of civil engineering. Keep it up with your good job. Thank you, and have a great
Okay,
day, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Fine.
On behalf of entire civil engineering department, I may like to express our sincere thanks to you, sir, for giving an excellent coverage to new technologies in road. Sir, you covered each and every aspect related to road safety in very clear manner. It was a pleasure to hear you. Really, sir, it is helpful for all the faculty members for our future.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I would like to thank Arkadkar sir for taking out time from their busy schedule and enlightening us with the knowledge. I must mention our deep sense of appreciation for sir for his explanation on new technologies in road safety. Sir, really, it was very informative and attractive presentation. I really enjoyed your session, sir. Thank you, sir. A special thanks for being here. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now,
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Sir, most welcome, sir. Now all the participants can take a break for 30 minutes and we will meet up again at 12 p.m. for the second session of the day. Thank you all. Now we are going to end this meeting.